I just got out of jail, actually.
You just got out of jail?
Yeah.
Should I be worried?
No, nonviolent civil disobedience on
Okay.
Roe versus Wade.
Oh, okay. So you're very passionate about this topic then.
Yeah, I just got off of a bridge.
Off of a bridge.
Yeah.
Right on. Overturning Roe versus Wade. Give me your thoughts.
Sure. Well, I've come at the perspective that we need to organize mass civil resistance to force the government to respect the will of the people, which is either remove the traitors on the Supreme Court and or codify the protections which were formerly granted by Roe.
Now, my question is, we've seen pro-choice and pro-life protesters this week, okay?
Sure.
We're talking about pro-life women that are cheering on the overturning of Roe versus Wade. What are your thoughts on that?
I mean, it's a small minority of the country. And really, from the standpoint of social change, you don't have to worry about them. Yeah, I mean, for me, I'm worried about the women that are going to be suffering under the new regime. 60 million women have just lost the right to control their own bodies. And some of them are going to die. All these red states, they're human rights violators. And they're run by these cruel and violent men.
Lisa, can you cruise on over here? Yeah. Lisa is actually one of the women that supports the overturning of Roe versus Wade. Now, he was saying that it's going to get women killed. Could you maybe expand on that a little bit for Lisa, somebody that supports the overturning of Roe versus Wade?
Women are going to die because of this.
How?
Okay, so all you got to do is look at the countries where it's already been made illegal, right? So in Poland, there was a woman, it just made the New York Times article. There's a woman who had cancer, and she had a fetus inside of her. And the doctors would not give her chemotherapy drugs because they're afraid of being put in jail for injuring the fetus. She died of cancer.
We don't live
The
in
fetus
Poland.
died also. No, but we live in. I'm talking about the red states have the same legal regime that this woman's under.
They don't
No
have the
exceptions.
same legal regime as Poland. I promise you that.
No, absolutely. There are states that have no exceptions for the
There's-
life of the or health of the mother.
There is no actual reason to abort a fetus for the life of a mother medically. It's a fallacy.
Do you understand what I just said?
Yes, I
The
understand.
woman was denied cancer treatment
Correct.
because it had nothing to do with
Most
aborting the
pro-life
fetus.
most pro-life people here would prioritize giving the mother cancer treatment before they would prioritize.
I know probably most would, and that's a valuable perspective. But unfortunately, that's not the way the laws are written, and that's not
the way the
that's
laws
not
are
the
written.
way-
They don't say don't treat the mother. There's no laws that say do not treat the mother ever. Not here. Not.
There's nothing
no.
stopping them from doing that.
No,
Now there's nothing stopping
That's
them
what state legislatures are for, to stop them from doing that.
Can we clarify what state we're talking about, just so we're
None.
maybe...
He's using Poland as the example for what
I'm
could
saying
happen here.
that's
You're talking
where we're
about it's
going.
happening in this state, though. What
Yeah.
state specifically are you speaking about that has that?
Yeah, all of the red states have the potential to do that now. Now
But
that
they're
Roe
not
versus
doing
Wade, they absolutely will.
No, you-
They a woman was already charged with murder for having a miscarriage in Texas, and the whole thing was walked back because it was absurd. But I guarantee you, there's going to be women charged with murder for having miscarriages.
There has been
And there
cases.
will be convictions, and there will be women jailed.
Not for miscarriages, for actually like ingesting.
I'm sure for miscarriages.
ingesting-
I'm sure it will because
Depends
it
on how
happens
the.
already.
No,
happens in other
it depends on
countries.
how the miscarriage is. Once they have the fetus that's taken out of the body after a miscarriage, they do autopsies, and they can
Anyways,
find out if it's drug induced
the-
or violent induced or if
important
it's
thing
the mother
is that-
induced it. Don't you think that it should be
Because
a
woman
states'
has-
rights issue?
No, absolutely not. It's
Why
a
not?
human rights issue because women have the right to control their own bodies.
But it's not their body. It's a
It
body
absolutely is.
inside of a body.
No, it's their body.
No, it's not
Yeah.
actually. It's not a parasite.
Agree
It's
to- agree to
so when
disagree.
a
It's
woman's
the woman's
pregnant,
body.
do you say that she has 4 arms?
It's her body.
No, it's not.
She-
It's inside her
She
body.
has the right to control any medical or reproductive decisions to do with her body.
But that's a
I assert
separate
that it
body.
is.
That's the government's role to protect life.
It's not a human
It
being.
is a human being.
It
When
isn't.
do you think it's a human being?
After birth.
So you're okay with abortion up to 9 months,
Sure.
even though that baby at any minute, when its head is halfway out the birth canal and doesn't take its first breath, it's still a living being, organism, completely separate of its
sure,
mother.
for sure.
That is